Edmilson.
I ate a pig balls before. This is quarter pound of saltfish. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to wash it off because there's a lot of salt on it. If you can see, there's a lot of salt. So I'm going to wash it off and put it to soak. So you know it remove the excess salt because you don't want it too salt. So I'm just going to wash it off and put it to soak. Okay, so that's a quick update. I've changed the water about 2 to 3 times over a period of 1.5 hours. So now I'm going to get rid of this water, get new water, boil for about 5 minutes, and then I'll proceed to pick up the saltfish. In the meantime, while the saltfish is being boiled, I'm going to prepare the seasoning. So I have some purple onion here, so I'll cut about that. So I'll chop them as fine as possible, guys. So I'll do so with the sweet pepper. So I will just remove the seeds. Then I'll go ahead and ruly and strip these as thin as possible. So I'll go ahead and do the same process with the garlic. That's to cut as fine as possible. And if you don't like the taste of garlic, guys, you don't have to put it into bite-sized pieces. You can just crush the garlic and you can take it out when you're finished frying up your saltfish. Tomato, and to top it off is some scotch bonnet pepper, guys, and you have to be careful of this because it's really hot. So I'll just use a piece. I'll use some of the seeds because, as I said before, I like spice, so it doesn't really matter how hot it is for me. But if you don't want spice, you can always not use the seeds. So I'll use 2 color peppers. I think I'll use 1 more. So this is the color coordination. So you have the onion, you have the sweet pepper, you have scotch bonnet pepper, you have the garlic here, and you have the tomatoes. And I'll add a little thyme, but what I'll do is that I'll just remove the leaves from the stem, because I don't want the stem in it. I don't like when I'm eating and I have to be taking out the stems, so I will just remove the leaves from the stems. And voila, this is it, guys. That aside, and if you can use this same way, guys, in your rice and peas and your chickens to still season the meat or whatever, guys. So you can set us aside for later use. We set the seasoning aside, and now we are back to the saltfish. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove the scales from the saltfish. So I remove the scales, or the top coat. And it's easier when you boil it, guys. It's harder to take off when it's not boiled. So I normally boil it and remove the scales later. What I'll do now is just to pick up the saltfish. I don't want it too small, so I'll just, just the size that I want it. And I'll also remove the bones from the saltfish. So I think this size is okay. This size is okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to set the frying pan and fry up the seasoning, so I can go ahead and fry up the saltfish. So I'd add some oil. Next, to fry the seasoning, guys. The oil is getting hot, so I will just put the seasoning in. And you don't want the oil to be too hot, because you don't want it to burn. Cut the colors, guys. Some all-purpose seasoning, just a little. I'm going to add some black pepper. So I'll add the saltfish. Okay, so this is it, guys. Ooh, look at the colors, man. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside. Okay, I have three plantains, so I'll go ahead and get these ready. So what I'll do is I'll cut you don't want to cut it too much, you don't want to cut into it too deep. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to peel the plantain. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut the bottom. I'll cut the bottom, correct. And what I'll do is I will just try to I think I make it a bit wider, guys. Alright guys, so that's my boat. So that's boat number 1. Boat number 1. So I'm going to do the rest and come back. So all you have to do, guys, is just make a split and clean out what's in here, and then we're going to fry as is. Okay, I don't want the oil to be too hot, so what I'll do is I put in from now and let it fry. Let me see if both can be done at once. So I don't want it to fry too fast, guys, because remember it's a whole of plantain, so you want to let it take its time so that it can soak and fry really well. So we're going to leave it like that and let it fry on each side. So you can fry until you can fry to your own liking, but I don't want it to fry that much. So alright, so you can let it fry until your own liking, but I think this is okay for me. So I think this is okay for me, so I'll remove and add to absorbent paper. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this is how it looks now. And guys, if you want to fry it longer than how I fry mine, that's up to you, but this is how I want mine, so this is how I fry it. So I'll just transfer it to the plate. And guys, it's really hot. This has been cooling for some time now, and it's taking way too long. So what I'll do is that I'll just open it a little bit more. So I'll add a little at a time. I think that boat is full to capacity, so Alright, so I'm going to make some jerk mayo. So what you need is just some mayonnaise with jerk seasoning. And you can get the jerk seasoning from the supermarket. I won't use so much. So you just mix. And trust me guys, it will come together. And the just in case you want to make the jerk seasoning, you can, it's just seasoning like such as onion, scallion, thyme, pepper, garlic, pimento seeds, and yeah, just and garlic. I don't remember if I said garlic before, but yes, garlic. And you blend and you just add some jerk seasoning to it and you have your jerk seasoning. So you just combine the jerk seasoning with the mayo and voila, lovely. And guys, this is extra spicy mayo, jerk seasoning, extra spicy jerk seasoning. Guys, don't watch my bag. I had to improvise. Ooh. Ooh. Guys,